simple. I was excited because it's one ingredient. I was excited it's one solution. There's so much power in simplicity. But I don't want you just to take this from me. I'm going to let you hear different people tonight, different stories with the same solution that's changing people's lives. So, with that, let me introduce our very first guest with us tonight. Her name is Michelle Coates, and I'm excited to hear what she has to say. If you want to unmute and let's go.
Thanks so much, Janet. Hi, guys. I am just blessed to be here. And the story I'm sharing is not mine. It is one of my 13-year-old daughter's story. And so before I share about all the great things that have transpired since PHIX, I just want to give you a little bit of back history on some of the ailments, conditions, drama that my sweet baby girl has been through. 2017, middle of choir practice, she fainted. 2018, complained of chest pains, took her to the emergency room, and she had to have a heart procedure done. We had to take her to a children's hospital, a specialist. 2019, migraines every day. 2020, at 8 years old, she had a seizure and a stroke. And these things, random, huge things kept happening in 2022. Just digestive problems all the time, sick, not wanting to eat, losing weight. 2023, December, she passed out at the mall. Went again to the emergency room. They dismissed us. We went to see the pediatrician, and my daughter was always sick. The flu, ear issues, lots of ear infections, just always sick. And an average cold would take her 2 to 3 weeks to get better, not like a few days like most people. And so after she passed out, of course, they tell you follow up with your pediatrician. We followed up. This was December 2023. And I noticed we had gone by this time because she was always sick. I'm writing copious notes anytime we go to the doctor. So we had gone to the doctor 3 weeks before the fainting. And I noticed that her heart rate was super elevated from when we had gone 3 weeks prior, and that she was down 9 pounds in 3 weeks. And the doctor didn't notice. I said, "Can you check your notes? Because this is what I have." And so again, sent us home, nothing. Finally, I was just desperate. And in January 2024, I put it on Facebook. This is what my girl is experiencing. Has anybody else's child had the fainting and the seizures and the headache and stomach issues? Because nobody believes us. We go to the doctors and we get the eye roll. You're back again. There's nothing wrong with you. And so somebody put it out there. Have you ever heard of something called POTS? And it's posterior orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. I had never heard of it. What in the world is a pot? I know how to cook. That's about it. I was so confused. So I looked it up, and all the things that were there is exactly what my daughter was experiencing. So the Facebook family diagnosed her. No doctors ever did. We go to her cardiologist, and he's like, "You know what? You're right." And they do this test to see how her heart rate and blood pressure change from a sitting position, a lying down position, and a standing position. So when she's laying down, her heart rate's at 79. When she stands up, it jumps up after 1 minute of standing, no exercising, no walking, just going from the bed to standing. It jumps up as much as to 147 beats per minute. So her day-to-day walking anywhere is like she's in a Zumba class. And so finally we have all the diagnosis, all the things. We tried everything, supplement after supplement, prescription medicine, and they tell us this is not going to get better. Please stop coming. We're doing everything that we can for her. This is just how she's going to be. And so, of course, as a mom, I didn't accept that. Read all the things that I could. I finally, this past January, her cardiologist told her she couldn't go to school anymore. She had to do online school. From August to December, she had missed 21 days just because she was always in pain. So I took her out, put her in online school in January. Fast forward, February, she fainted again, passed out, same old drill. Then I read about this amazing product, PHIX, on one of my friend Rose's Facebook posts. So I read everything I could about it, and I'm like, you know what? Jazz is her name. I said, you know what? We are going to do something different. This is what I did. I am not a doctor. I am just a mom that was mad at people dismissing us. This is what I did. I'm not saying you should do this. We took her off of everything. She was taking 10 different things, some prescribed, some supplements a day. I took her off of everything. And I was like, baby, I know you seem to be getting worse and not better. And we're going to do something about this. So we're going to do these drops. It doesn't taste like anything. because she's super sensitive to taste of things. It just makes her more sick. So we're going to do this for 90 days. We're going to do it together for 3 months. We're not taking anything else, but I need you to take these drops without complaint. And she did. And of course, I wanted things to be fixed overnight, and it didn't happen. Week one, nothing. Two, nothing. Week three, all of a sudden, I see little changes. And now here we are, 3 months later. No more stomach issues. She's not losing weight. She's at the correct weight for her height and age. No headache complaints, no chest palpitations. And I told her just before this, I was like, check just to make sure. But her standing heart rate does not go above 101, where before it was 147 every single day, just standing up. And all we did, like I said, we took out every single thing and just added PHIX. And sadly, for the past 3 months, I have been only giving half a dose. I am 51, and I didn't know that there were those little marks to graduations on the tube, and I didn't know it. And so all of us are taking it. My 14, 13, 11, and myself, we've only been doing half a dose. So I'm like, God, if she did this great on zero 0.5 mLs, imagine when I actually give her the correct dose, because with these trifocals, I still couldn't see that there was anything on the dropper, and I heard about it last week. So now she's taken the full dose. She started back in-person school yesterday, and they had told us she wasn't going to be able to go back to in-person school. College was a far off, distant dream. And she has, this is day two back at school, and she's thriving. And I have my baby back. I don't know how long she was sick because it took so long for us to be diagnosed, but she's like she was when she was little, just joy filled. She's not asking to take naps anymore. She has so much energy. It's just been the biggest blessing. And who would have thought it would have been a drop of something that activates the vagus nerve? But we're just so excited. I'm sharing it with everybody because if you have anyone that has all of these autonomic dysfunctions or you don't know what's wrong, try it. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. I'd be so grateful for her sake. If you could just see what I see and the joy and the hope back in her eyes, because she had lost it and she was asking questions like, Mom, am I going to be able to have kids? Mom, am I going to be able to get married? Because she had really given up hope. And now she's thriving, excited that she has homework today. She's just a brand new child, and I'm so grateful. And so that's as a mom sharing it with other, I'm sure moms out there, when you've tried everything and people don't believe in you, just try this. Again, nothing to lose, everything to gain.
That is so wonderful, Michelle. That's the first I've heard of that, and I'm impressed. So